All right, Saul, we're all here. What's so important that we all had to come at such short notice?
Yeah, seriously, yo, I was busy. What's the big emergency?
Oh, busy doing what? Smoking weed and masturbating?
Yeah, to your wife.
Fuck off.
Gentlemen, please, we all know everyone here's choked the chicken to Mrs. White, and both of your two previous ladies, Mr. Pinkman, so let's just focus on why you're here. I know we're all very busy men. Let me ask you this. What is one love that everyone in this room has in common? Again, besides Skylar White.
We're all very busy and would like you to get to the point.
God, no sense of salesmanship. The point, my grizzled old friend, is video games. We all like video games. I can tell from your stunned silence that you're on the edge of your seats, so hear me out. PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, Walter White.
I don't know what any of those words mean. I got Walter White, that's it.
They're gamers, Mike, like famous gamers. They make stuff on YouTube.
I'm sorry, you want me to be the next PewDiePie?
Not just you, Walter, all of us.
Oh, come on, Saul. This is the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Yo, wait a minute, Mr. White. Those guys make a shit ton of cash. Like millions.
Exactly. It's the perfect way to increase our revenue and a super effective front for our laundering. Your car wash is great and all, Walt, but it's small fry compared to YouTube revenue.
Saul, we do not have time to sit and play video games all day, or to edit videos for that matter. We have a high demand product to cook.
I still don't know what the fuck we're even talking about here.
Listen, we don't have to. At least not until we can grow enough to get some staff to do it for us. Let me hit you with 3 more names, fellas. Barack Obama, Donald Trump, Joe Biden.
Jesus Christ, yo. Don't tell me you're running for fucking president, too.
What? Me, a politician? Oh, please, as if I would ever dirty my good name by stepping into a world of such corruption.
Yeah, as if.
No, the reason I mentioned the unlikely trio is that they've actually done a ton of stuff together. Not just gameplay. They do tier lists, reviews, rankings, debates. That's our start. If it's good enough for leaders of the free world, it's good enough for us. All we'll have to do is talk about games and maybe other stuff along the way. We let our natural charisma and wit gather an audience. Looking at you there, Mike. And all going well and a little palm greasing on my part. We're golden.
Well, look, I guess it's worth a shot. If anything, I guess it could be entertaining to hear all of your garbage takes on stuff.
Well, I think it sounds fucking bitchin'. Could be fun, yo. Maybe we can eventually start hooking people up with some merch.
I still have no clue what we're even talking about here, but if I'm properly compensated for the job, then fine.
Fantastic. Excellent choice, gentlemen. Well, listen, why don't we start right now? Give it a try.
And do what exactly?
Well, let's think. What would make a fitting first episode?
Well, we're still early enough in a new year here. Maybe we could look back at last year's games. Talk about those?
Tight.
Works for me.
Alrighty then, let's do it. So, 2023, video games. What were your favorites? Talk to me, fellas.
Super Mario Brothers Wonder.
Yo, that is not the answer I was expecting.
Wow. You have a sense of wonder?
Yeah, I couldn't have said it with any less wonder if you tried.
So, you gonna tell us any more, or is that like it?
What can I say? It's fun.
Glad I brought you in on this one, old pal. Jeez.
I'll tell you what. It's the most overrated Mario game ever is what it is.
You serious?
And how is that?
Oh, come on. It may look way better than the new Super Mario Brothers games, but in terms of level design, it's just a minor step up from them.
I'm sorry, what did you say earlier? You couldn't wait to hear our garbage takes.
Mike, flashy gimmicks aside, the levels are about as engaging as the sound of your dead-ass voice, and about as challenging as poisoning a kid. Not that I'd know anything about that.
Yo, what the hell, Mr. White? Sure, it wasn't the most challenging 2D Mario, but every level offered something different.
Yeah, a different wacky gimmick. Look, I'm not saying it's a bad game or anything, but the amount of people who say this is the best 2D Mario, or the best Mario period, it just baffles me. It's really nothing special. I think the new Super Mario Bros. Games just set the bar really low.
Well, I for one would like to retract my statement about Mr. Ehrmantraut having no sense of wonder and apply it to you, Walt. It's just light, easy fun, And it brings a lot of new stuff and creativity to 2D Mario that it was sorely lacking. More characters, the badge abilities, the crazy power-ups. How can you not like this game?
Let me repeat. I do not think it was bad at all. I just don't understand how it's the peak of Mario like people made out. It's not that good, it's just decent. Nothing special. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna come out and say it. Sonic Superstars was far better.
Oh, this ought to be good.
You know, Walt, my granddaughter loved playing co-op on Mario Wonder with me. Sonic Superstars multiplayer, though, even she knew it was shit. Was a complete half measure. The co-op was just broken. And the versus mode is more lame than your son.
Tread lightly, Mike.
Gentlemen, please, let's move on. Keep fighting. It'll be great for views. So, Walt, your favorite of 2023 was Sonic Superstars?
Well, I really liked it, but it wasn't my favorite. That's got to be a little game that far surpassed my expectations. RoboCop Rogue City.
Now you're talking.
Fuck yeah, that game was bitchin'.
Hey, whoa, can we keep our voices down when mentioning cops, please? Any of my clients outside hear you'll scare them off. But yeah, it was all right, I guess. Definitely showed that it was a B game, though.
Nah, come on. In cutscenes, sure, but gameplay-wise, this game was a top-quality product. Definitely a far superior shooter and RPG to Starfield.
Yeah, plus it was fucking RoboCop. It just kicked ass. I mean, shit, I bet that's what you were like as a cop, Mike.
If only, kid. If only.
Well, for me, Rogue City is officially the new RoboCop 3, and I hope the developers get the chance to continue it.
Well, yo, my favorite game this year was Jedi Survivor. At least Star Wars still gets good video games now and then.
That buggy piece of shit?
What?
Jesse, when that game came out, its performance choked harder than Jane.
Ouch.
Hey, watch it, asshole. Dude, it was totally fine. There were a few frame drops here and there,
few
but
frame
who fucking
drops?
cares? It was another great adventure with sick lightsaber combat, awesome set pieces, and a great story.
Oh, I gotta tell you, the whole sequence with the Empire attacking your base and fighting Vader as Seer, that was good stuff. I loved how they upped the exploration factor from Fallen Order. Kobo was a great world, man. There was so much to it.
I've never been a Star Wars guy, to be honest. I tried to watch an episode of The Mandalorian with Walt Jr., but that Moff Gideon character gave me the creeps. Couldn't put my finger on it.
Yeah, I didn't play it, but I heard it was great. I like Star Wars games, but I prefer shooters like Republic Commando or Battlefront.
Oh, good shit, dude. Fucking goats.
Huh? What was that about fucking goats?
Look, don't worry about it, old timer. Back to 2023. Jedi Survivor was fantastic, but my favorite, and this may surprise you, was the utter delight that is Pikmin 4.
Nah, it doesn't surprise me at all.
Oh?
It's a game where you delegate the hard work to others while you sit back and reap the rewards. It's perfect for you.
Excuse me? It's my hard work that keeps your bald asses out of jail on a daily basis. Like how Pikmin 4, you have to keep your Pikmin from dying on a daily basis. You forgot to mention my people management skills in your little jab there. Somebody has to enjoy managing the drones. And that's why I found Pikmin 4 very addictive and a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, I never got the appeal of the Pikmin games. People find them relaxing and shit, but they stress me out.
Well, as we discussed, they're games about having your shit together. Managing your time, multitasking, being efficient. Not exactly your strengths, Pinkman, let's be honest.
Bite me.
Well, listen, those are our favorites, but what about disappointments?
I mean, I've met Jesse's parents. They seem pretty fucking disappointed.
Oh, shut the fuck up, bitch.
Don't forget, Saul, I've met your ex-wife and your brother.
Hey, that's a low fucking blow, Uncle Fester.
All right, that's enough. Jesus, it's like teaching a class again. Mike, you go first. What was your biggest disappointment of 2023?
Starfield. Bethesda are the king of half measures. All that hype over all those years for a boring, fucking empty galaxy. I don't know why people still fucking listen to Todd Howard when he gets up on stage and bullshits about his games. The guy's a fraud.
Yeah, like, what is it with guys called Todd being fucking sleazebags?
Oh, come on. What were you expecting? Honestly, Todd's whole shtick is just clever marketing, and I know all about that. It's not his fault you take it literally and get your hopes too high. No, the real biggest disappointment of this year? Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom.
What the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me?
Fellas, it was just Breath of the Wild remixed, but with goofy vehicles.
Come on, Saul.
Listen, I'll give you that. In some ways, it was the high point of the series. but in just as many, it was the lowest. I've never had such mixed feelings on a game.
Yo, Breath of the Wild's Hyrule with a whole underworld and sky world. Weapon fusing, ultra hand building. What's not to love?
Ha, well, listen, kid. You give the game way too much credit by calling those scattered floating rocks in the air a sky world. The depths were more interesting, but even that was just the same fucking biome stretched out over a mostly empty fucking map. I had more fun surviving in the desert with fucking Senior Agent 47 over there.
Yeah, and I'd rather watch you drink your own piss again than sit through Tears of the Kingdom's boring-ass story cutscenes. I'm with Goodman on this game. I've never played a game that was more of a mixed bag. It's fitting that the game has a depth and sky theme, because its high points were sky high, but its lows were deep.
Yo, speaking of amazing highs, can we start wrapping this up so I can get home? Like I said, I'm a busy man. For me, the biggest disappointment was Assassin's Creed Mirage. I love old school Assassin's Creed, yo, so I thought Mirage might be cool, but I don't know, man. It just wasn't the same. It felt shallow.
Oh, a Ubisoft game was shallow? What a surprise.
I know, Mr. White, I know. I just thought it was worth a shot. Like, maybe they really will recapture the series roots, but nah. I don't even know what was wrong, dude. It just didn't click for me.
Well, we've already mentioned my biggest disappointment, Super Mario Bros. Wonder.
For fuck's sake, Walter.
It's new Super Mario Bros. U, but easier, with better visuals and wacky gimmicks to distract you from flat, unengaging level design. It's a step in the right direction for 2D Mario, absolutely, but not enough of a step at all.
Holy shit, Walter, are you sure you don't use your own product?
Sorry. Are we not supposed to be attracting an audience here? Not scaring them off with awful fucking L-takes?
Listen, Mike, why don't you just leave the business and content to us and just do your job?
Walter, put your ego away, Walter.
My ego?
I'm not arguing with you right now, Walter.
All right, well then, this seems a good time to adjourn for the day, fellas. Plenty of fantastic games from 2023 that we didn't mention. The Dead Space and Resident Evil 4 remakes, Street Fighter 6, Baldur's Gate 3, Metroid Prime Remastered, and many more, I'm sure. Thanks for tuning in out there, folks. Huge thanks to our sponsor today, me. Remember that you have rights, folks, and when they're under threat of injustice, better call Saul.